Okay, I'm going to show you how to do percent change today, but I also want to start you off with just some basic percent problems. So let's start here. A sports store near Big Bear Lake is having a 20% off sale on all water skis. What will the sale price be for the water skis, which regularly sell for $248? Okay, so you have a couple of ways to do this, okay? There's two methods. First is over of equals percent over 100. Okay, that's our first one, and that's a proportion. So what we know is they're having a 20% off sale, so 20% will automatically go right into the percent. Okay, so this will be 20 over 100, and you don't have to change anything to a decimal. What will the sale price be for the water skis, which regularly sell for $248? So you need to determine which is the is and which is the of. So we're trying to find 20% of the $248, which it originally sells for, and we want to know is what. So 20% of that original amount is what number? So the is the x. This is the of. So we set up and say, all right, we don't know how much it is going to be, but we do know how much of that amount we are trying to calculate from. Dollar signs aren't needed in the equation, all right, so we can do that. So we cross multiply, and we're going to get 248 times 20, and we're going to get 4,960. And we're going to cross multiply and get 100 times x. So cross multiplying again only happens when you have a fraction equals a fraction. And so we have 100x equals 4,960. And when we divide by 100 to find out how much is this amount, we're going to get $49.60. Now your calculator is going to stop there and put 0.6. We have to be smart enough to realize this is money, and we put a 0 to fill in any trailing. Okay, so this is the sale price. Discount amount. So this is how much is coming off the original price. So now what we have to do is one more step is take $248, which is what it was originally, and we have to subtract off $49.60. And when we do that, okay, so $248, and we're going to subtract $49.60, and we're going to get $198.40. Again, you're going to calculator is going to stop at 0.4, but you're going to be smart enough to put that 0 on the end. Okay, and this is the sale price. So $198.40 is 20% of the original price of $248. All right, so that should be a review, a refresher, all right, of basic percent problems. All right, we're going to do one more where the wording's a little different, and then I'm going to take you into percent change and see how that differs from this kind of thing. The stereo is marked down $75. Okay, marked down $75 does not mean that that is the price. That's how much has come off. So this is our discount amount. That discount amount is a 15% decrease. Find the sale price. Okay, so we have two ways to go about this. Again, we can use is over of equals percent over 100. And again, the percent is 15, so right away we'll just throw that 15 over 100. That makes it easy, no decimals involved. All right, now, this is the discount amount, all right? So that's really important. This $75 is the discount amount, so that's our is. What we don't know is what the amount was before we took the 15% discount, so we do not know the of, so that's x. Parsing through the language of the problem is the most difficult part. So if we can identify what it was before, which is the of, what the percent is usually pretty easy because it has a percent sign on it, and then you do this. Okay, now what we'll do again is cross multiply. So we'll bring the x up in times 15. We'll bring the 75 times by 100. So we'll get 15x equals 7,500. And when we divide by 15, on both sides, we're going to get x equals 500. So $75 is 15% of 500. So $500, okay, is the original price, not the sale price. It's the original price. So now, since the stereo was marked down $75, we have to take $75 off of the 500. Okay, so 500 minus 75 is going to give us $425, and that is our sale price. All right, now we're going to continue. Percent change is a completely different thing than what we had just done. All right, so let's look at this first problem. Skis at a sports store near Snow Summit are on sale for $475. If the original price was $560, what discount rate, that means percent, does this represent? Okay, a lot of words, a lot of things that are like, what? So what we're going to look at is there's two prices being given here, a sale price and an original price. And we want to know what the discount rate is. This is a percent change. If you're discounting an amount from an original price and it's a percentage, that's a percent change. All right, so what we do for percent change, the general rule, okay, this applies to percent increase or percent decrease. Change is increasing or change is decreasing. It is going to be the high number, whatever that is, money, number, amount of things, whatever. So high number minus low number. All divided by the original value you started with, all right? And I'm putting this in very simple terms, all right? Then we're going to times this amount by 100, and we're not going to do it all in one string. All right, we're going to do it in steps, and that's going to give you the percentage amount. So here for this problem, we have an original price. What we start with, our starting price, is 560, and I'm not going to put dollar signs on the numbers right now because I want to calculate with them. The final price, or the end price, is $476, and I want to know the percent change. And this percent change is a decrease because if we start with 560 and we end up at 476, it's a decrease. So that's the first thing you want to establish is your percentage going to be higher amount, increasing the amount you have, or decreasing the amount you had? Okay, so no matter what you're doing, increasing or decreasing, you are always going to start with your high number, 560 in this case, subtract your low number, 476. And you're going to divide it by the number that you originally had. So because it's on sale for 476 and we originally started at 560, we are going to divide this by 560. All right, when you calculate that, we're going to see a change in price. So the 560 minus 476 is going to be $84. This is the amount of money change. We're going to take that and divide it by 560, which is the amount we started with. Okay, and we're going to get 15%. It's going to say 0.15. So then we're going to times that by 100, and we're going to get 15%. Okay, so 84, the amount of change, 560 minus 476, is going to be $84. We're going to divide it by what we originally started with before we changed to the sale price of 476. So we divide by 560 in this case, right? And the amount of change is 15%. Now, because we went from 560 to 476, this is a decrease. So it's a 15% decrease in price. And us, for money, and in the real world, we think of that as a discount. We took money off, so that's our discount amount. So that's our decrease in price. All right, let's try another problem. The average fine for entering a national forest wilderness without a permit increased from $65 to $78. What rate of increase is this? All right, so again, rate of increase, it's a percent change. All right, so our high number is $78. Our low number is $65. Now we're going to do our change, our percent change. Now, because we went from $65 to $78, we know we're going to have a percent increase in this one that will represent our percent change. So we're increasing. We're going from 65 to 78. Well, how much did it increase? Well, 78 minus 65. Always the high number minus the low number. Okay, and 78 minus 65 is going to give us $13. Okay, so this is the amount of increase. It's not the percent. So now we're going to take that $13 and we're going to divide it by what we originally started with before we made the change. So we went from 65 to 78. $65 is what we had before we increased it to 78. So 13 divided by 65 comes out to be 0.2. So now we're going to take 0.2, we're going to times it by 100, and we're going to get 20%. So this is a 20% increase in permit fees. And that's your final answer. And that's your percent change. So when you're describing percent changes, you have to describe them not only by the percent amount that it did change, but the increase or decrease. And that is how you do percent change. So as a quick recap, okay, you always do the high number minus the low number minus the low number, okay, divided by the original number that you started with, before the change. I know it's kind of wordy. Then you're going to take that, times it by 100, and you have your percent change. And that percent change will also be described as increase or a percent decrease. Okay, and that's it.